and to just get obsessed with this racism. Okay, it's like obsessing over having to carry keys. Okay, because you got a few freaks out there, thieves that would dare invade your privacy or steal something that doesn't belong to them, breaking the commandments, even the two commandments. That's not treating others the way you want to be treated. You don't want your stuff stolen. Don't steal other stuff. It's very simple. A child can understand it. But yet we all just accept this normalization, carrying around a pocket of keys or purse full of keys or whatever. And this is just the way. See, we all accept it. They normalize all this stuff. We don't. We even question. Nobody's out there bitching and complaining about having to carry keys, right? But if you've ever lost your keys, and it can freak you out, man. You lock the keys in your car. You don't have a spare in your wallet. The wallet's in your car. Whatever. I mean, it's happened to me. It happened to me a few months back. I remember, but then I realized, hey, I keep a spare in my wallet, and I had my wallet because I went into the gas station. And I had to have my cash. So, but if I had forgotten my wallet, locked the keys and my wallet in there, I would have been calling AAA's, and I would have been waiting. I was on a trip, so it would have slowed me down at least 30, 40 minutes to get them out there. But I was stuck at the pump. I would have made, it would have been a pain. It was a busy gas station, and I think it was in Salinas. I was headed to San Diego from Chico. And, but anyhow, I could, easily complain about that all day and feel sorry for myself. And, a lot of people that carry keys. I mean, who doesn't carry keys? So, look, we all have tribal, racist, let's say, bents, persuasions. Okay. And, it's stupid. Like when I think about women, I see black women, I think, I'm not attracted to all black women, but I'm not attracted to all white women or Latina women or Middle Eastern women or Asian women. But there's definitely some of all that spectrum. I'd say, wow, that is a beautiful specimen of a woman. So it's really like that. When it comes to this issue of race, it's just stupid. It's immature. And that we've got to stop fixating on it. It's just dumb. And it's just distracting us and diverting us from really getting to the root of the problem, which is economic injustice. I mean, where's TMZ when talking about minimum wage and how much it was worth, $1 an hour 55 years ago, and whatever the national minimum wage is now, why did this happen, and how do we call this progress? How do we justify this? What is the basis? How do we even rationalize this? I mean, a child it's totally unfair, unjust. And this is what allowed this to happen. You understand? They had to be deliberately remiss with the minimum wage. Otherwise, it would have prevented them. They wouldn't have been able to steal our wealth. You understand? It would have been a check and balance. Because the employers would have complained, what do you mandate my law? I got to give increases in their pay. Why should I? Well, here's why. Their cost of living got driven up. Well, how did that? Let's get to the root of that. Why is it going up? I thought we were making progress. I thought because of supply and demand and capitalism, we were finding easier and easier methods to produce all the things we want and need. Do you understand why it's so important to understand basic economic principles so that you're out of confusion, you're out of Babylon, you're empowered with the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. It's so important, so critical. TMZ, they're a media outlet. They're supposed to be educating people. What are they doing? What are any of them doing? Even the alternative media, what are they really doing to educate people, to empower them? Really sound empowerment. So you're right. You absolutely can argue with the people that have Harvard degrees and all the acronyms behind their names when it comes to economic stuff. Okay? You can hold your own. If you've, read, trying to understand Adam Smith's book, The Wealth of Nations, and get this edition if you're going to buy it. Get this one, okay? And it's tedious, but you'll hit nuggets of empowerment. You'll say, oh my God, now I get it. This is clear. I always knew this, but I wasn't able to intellectualize it. I wasn't able to verbalize it, to put it into words. But I get it now. I get it. There's a rhyme and a reason. It makes sense. It's logical. And it comes down to mathematics. So nobody can argue. You can say, okay, my friend, you want to justify that minimum wage is X, okay, today, when it should be Y, okay, that it should have kept up at least. That's absolutely inexcusable that it didn't at least keep up with the buying power of minimum wage 55 years ago, whatever that was. The Y, the $1 an hour. And in fact, it could be 50 cents an hour now with a higher buying power. Do you understand? But that's what capitalism produces. It produces universal prosperity, okay, across the board. That's progress. That's the definition right there. That's the evidence. That's the litmus test. That nobody's left out of the loop. I love you, sweetheart. Thank God for women. God's finest little creatures. I love having love in my heart. And even if it goes unrequited, I'm so in love. God. I almost think it'd be to actually have and hold this lady I'm in love with. It would almost be anticlimactic. Of course, it wouldn't be. It's just that my mind is playing tricks on me because I've just been walking on clouds and I feel like a different person. I feel like a virgin all over again. And I like that. I really like that. That pure, innocent puppy love that I feel for this lady. Just sometimes it just makes me quiver with excitement. I love it. And thank God for her. I know she's a godly woman. She's got to be. Nobody could be that attractive to me. That wasn't a godly woman. I want her so much. We'll see. Let God's will be done. Got one day at a time to live, folks. That's it. We got this, they're spinning this McCabe story. This guy, I don't get good vibes from McCabe at all. I don't like that guy. You know, last week I talked about how there was this case that caused the demise of my marriage, I believe, where I had this indiscretion with my wife's girlfriend. You know, she was the type of lady, I was really in love with her. Very much I thought I'd found my soulmate, and I was very connected to this woman and wouldn't have done anything to hurt her. But I did, and I will always be sorry I hurt her. Believe me, God knows. I mean, but I still, even then, in my 20s, I would never have done anything behind her back. Never. So I never would have slept with her girlfriend without asking her permission. But you see, in retrospect, I see how sick I was, how completely out of touch with reality I was, to have the gall, the nerve, to ask such a stupid, foolish question. Of course, there's a part of me that wants to defend it. Well, she had the chance. All she had to do was say no. You know, but being afraid to show any semblance of jealousy, see, again, you understand? I want to justify it. No. But I can tell you this much. I would much rather she just hauled off and punched me in the mouth. Okay? And I wouldn't have called the cops. Than to say yes. To give the okay. But, maybe she didn't love me as much as I loved her, so that's something to take into account. Or maybe she just fell out of love at that moment and said, no, this is it. Any guy that's that stupid, that would ask such an off-the-wall, foolish question, insults my intelligence, and I'm dumping him. So, eating the forbidden fruit, man, I would